So as you can see, this pimple is like, it's kind of wet, like it hasn't healed yet, but I have somewhere to go today, so I need to cover this up. And this is obviously for emergency, but if you're not going anywhere, just kind of have your skin free from makeup so it can heal properly. And it was wet earlier, I just damped it with a Q-tip. So what you're going to start off doing is you are going to start with a translucent powder to dry up the surface. Is that correct? Yeah, you're going to use a translucent powder and you're going to leave it there. Kind of like you're baking your face, but you're baking this wet surface to have it dry so that you can cover it up with concealer. Because if you're trying to cover up something that is wet, the concealer won't stay on. I had my foundation on this beauty blender and it didn't cover because the surface was so wet, so it still didn't work. A little bit of the RCMA powder, I have like this much, and you're just gonna leave it there. You're gonna bake that pimple, and then I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and then I'll get back to this. So it's not as white as before because it's soaked into the skin. We're just gonna brush off that powder. As you can see, the pimple is still pretty noticeable, but now that the surface is dry up, we can actually go in with concealer to conceal it, and it will actually stay on. So before going in with concealer, I'm just going to go with an extra step. I'm just going to use any powder foundation, and I'm just going to pack that on to kind of conceal the redness a tiny bit more, as much as I can, before I go in with a thick spot concealer. I'm going in with powder foundation just for coverage, so this is actually covering some of the redness. Before, when we were using the translucent powder, that was just to dry up the wet pimple. Alright, second to last step, I'm going in with a spot concealer. I'm going in with the MAC Studio Fix Concealer in NC30. This concealer is a very thick product, so you want to go in really light-handed and just concentrate in the center where the redness is. After that, you're going back to the powder foundation and we're just packing that on to make sure that the concealer stays on and it does not move. And here is a picture with the final results. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching.